Oh my God, we're driving in the rain, and we've been talking about Mandela effects, Dina and I was just talking to her about this one video I'm gonna make, but that's all like for suspense because it's really weird, and I already checked on YouTube and there's no videos about it yet that I can tell. But suspense. Oh, I love the California rain. But anyway, I was talking with Dina about the Commodores, and I was like, how do you remember them? So she remembers it all: the Commodores, the Bee Gees, as in the Brothers Gibb, and then the Eagles. But she tells me, and maybe somebody's already made a video about this, but she is telling me that now the Ramones is no longer the Ramones, but it's just Ramones. And what was your first reaction about that?
I was looking all over the internet, like I was looking for old album covers because I was just sure that on the album cover it said the Ramones. I'm sure of it. But every place I've looked now says Ramones. No the.
It's so weird.
It's weird. It's
like, again, how we were talking about the singularity, or I don't really like to use the word the singularity because that can mean something else, but I will use it in just the literary sense, I guess, of the word, not the esoteric sense of the word. Is that just it's just the singularity of things is disappearing. It's so strange, and now it's more of a collective type of thing, which is like what I talked about with the disappearing L's, the disappearing double L's. And the 33 is missing from them, and then Stallone is now, a lot of people remember, did you know a lot of people remember Sylvester Stallone with one L?
Really?
I know, yeah, we don't remember that, but Dan had pointed out on, I know, I'm so weirded out by this. Dan had pointed out on one of his Mandela Monday shows that he remembers it with one L, and now that it's got two L's, it's all one. It says all one. So if you think of the collective and you think of it no longer being the as defined by its own singular thing, so it's not the Ramones, it's just Ramones in general, that now everything is becoming all one in that sense. And Sylvester Stallone with one L just spells alone, but Sylvester Stallone with two L's spells all one, and I just think that's so fascinating.
That is fascinating.
So, I don't know, I've been like a really geeky nerd this week, like finding new Mandela effects or possible Mandela effects. I mean, and I'm always open to the fact, you guys, that it could just be mismemory, but when a bunch of people like misremember it a certain way, that's when it gets real hinky. And Dina knows, like, you were a fan of the Ramones, weren't you? Like in high school and stuff.
This is what I'm saying. I was looking for old album art because I was like, wait a minute, that's not right.
That is so strange.
It was on the album as the Ramones, but I cannot find an image that says the Ramones.
I had my dealings with the Ramones in high school, and like my best friend was totally into punk rock music, like the Cramps. Hey, I wonder if it's the Cramps anymore.
Cramps.
Yeah, now Cramps.
How could it be Cramps? How about the Cranberries?
Oh.
Are they the? I don't know.
Shoot, we're gonna need. You know what? We could take a break and re-edit our findings and come right back. All right, that's what we're gonna do right now. This will be our little project for our day down to Palm Springs. Okay, so she's saying you gotta look at album covers, look at artwork, and so we just looked up. It's still the Cranberries, it's still the Cramps, it's still the Cure, and it's still the. Remember the from the 80s? Oh my God, she doesn't remember the either.
Okay, you gotta play me some of that.
Okay, well, I barely listened to them either, but I have to make a confession. I liked the Cure and I liked Depeche Mode, but I was more of a black people music kind of person. So hence the Commodores.
Like the R&B stuff.
And did I tell you that the Commodores now, there's a space, so in other words, in their logos, because you were talking about looking at album covers.
Right.
You said you've got to look at album covers. So if you go to the Commodores album covers, there's like a circle surrounding the name Commodores, and then there's like a space where it looks as though a the could have been there. It's like that's where you would have seen the. So, that'd be neat if the Commodores did a cover of the did a cover of the Commodores.
If any of these now missing thes.
I know. So it's just so weird. It's like there's probably this weird parallel universe where there's two thes on the front of every band name, and so and the is a vestige or a nod, a symbolic nod to the missing thes and the backup of thes on two. Okay, now I'm getting too like weird.
How come the Cure and the Clash and the Cranberries kept their the and the Ramones lost theirs?
Or what about, oh, you know what?
What happened?
Smashing Pumpkins. Now there's a the in the Smashing Pumpkins. Did you
What?
know that? Right?
They're the Smashing Pumpkins?
Yeah.
No.
On
that's
some
not right.
incarnations. Oh, but tell me what you said about the Ramones. You said.
Well, I'm just saying, isn't it weird? Because look, maybe sometimes I think, well, maybe it's because it's plural. The stuff that's plural, we think it had a the in it, and really it never did because. But what about
But it's
the
a band
Cranberries?
name.
But the Cranberries is plural.
But band names defy logic of.
Right, that's true too.
Of-
But I'm just saying, I can point to, okay, well, the Cure is still the Cure, and the Clash is still the Clash.
Oh, because it's singular.
Yeah, maybe
Right.
it's because it's singular, and so I'm misremembering. But the thing is, the Cranberries are the Cranberries.
Yeah.
And that's plural.
But why would you not say the Cranberries? It's like, I'm going to go out and watch the Cranberries. How is that grammatically incorrect?
Whoever called them Ramones? Nobody. We all call them the Ramones because that's what it said.
And you had Ramones albums covers, right?
I did.
I mean, you just had the album covers. You didn't have
Cover.
the
No, there was nothing inside.
Sorry. Okay.
I
But
think
you had
the
Ramones
I think
albums.
I had CDs and by the time I got into Ramones. Oh, maybe cassettes.
Okay.
Maybe cassettes. I did not
I
have
miss
an LP.
cassettes.
I did not have vinyl LPs of the Ramones.
Did you know
But
I
cassettes,
bought a
I think I did.
Walkman a few days ago?
You did?
It had its. Well, I thought, if my mom is gonna pick on me from using too many GBs, I'd like listening to YouTube. Hey, maybe I could get a radio and my tape is going again. But that actually wasn't why. I thought it's just in Walgreens. I'm just gonna buy it.
You still
It's
have
my
your old
birthday.
cassettes?
I do. It's
I don't have your
kind of a
I
shameful
wish I
thing.
did. I wish I did. What's shameful?
Well, you can borrow some of mine and we can listen to the Walkman action together. Although it's not a Walkman with like the two holes for two sets of headphones. Remember in those commercials you'd see people roller skating and they'd be listening to the same Walkman, and I just kept waiting for the wires to get crossed and for them to trip over each other.
Oh.
Clonk.
Nasty accident.
Nasty accident. But anyway, Dina's officially worded out. She's not an official believer of the Mandela Effect yet per se, but she does acknowledge that there are some weird things that happen, and she's one of my best friends, so it's kind of like she's God bless my friends, they'll indulge all my weird musings. But anyway,
It's interesting.
it is interesting. Anyway, we're gonna keep heading down to Palm Springs on this rainy day, and we hope you guys have a great day, and peace out.